She said at the party, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Ugh, I wish I'd come single. I'd be having way more fun." I looked at her and replied, "Let's fix that." Then I left. That night, she called me 47 times after her ride home ditched her. I'm 29, and my girlfriend Madison, 27, and I had been together for about a year and a half. Lately, though, things had been feeling off. She'd started dropping little comments about how I wasn't fun anymore or how I never wanted to do anything exciting. Translation: I have a normal 9-to-5 job and don't feel like wasting money at bars every weekend. The party was for her college friend Austin, one of those people from her so-called fun crew. They all work in marketing or social media, make okay money, and still act like they're living in a frat house. As usual, I drove us there. My car, my gas. Ever since her lease ended, I've been her chauffeur because she didn't see the point of getting another car. Should have seen that as a red flag, but I didn't. The party was exactly what I expected. Loud music, shots, and endless talk about content and personal brands. I'm a software developer, so I didn't really fit in, but I tried. I chatted, had a beer, and stayed close to Madison. Around 10 p.m., she was 3 drinks in, laughing with her friends near the kitchen. I was maybe 15 feet away, talking sports with Austin's roommate, when I heard her voice rise over the music. "I wish I'd come single tonight. I'd be having so much more fun." Everyone around heard it. A few people laughed. Some looked at me. My face burned. I walked over. "Hey, can we talk for a sec?" She rolled her eyes. "Oh my God, Connor, I'm just joking." "Didn't sound like one," I said. "You're being sensitive. Go grab another drink or something." Her friend Isabel snickered. "Yeah, Connor, lighten up." Something inside me just flipped. That moment of cold, calm clarity, when you realize why. "You're right," I said. Madison frowned. "What?" "You should have come single. Let's fix that." I pulled out my keys. "Have fun. Find your own ride home." Her eyes widened. "Wait, what? You wanted to be single tonight? Congrats." "Connor, I was kidding." "Cool. Enjoy your night." And I walked out. She yelled after me, but I didn't stop. I got in my car and drove off. The whole drive home, my phone buzzed nonstop. I didn't look once. By the time I got home at 10:45, there were 32 missed calls and over 50 messages still coming in. They started with, "Connor, seriously, come back. This isn't funny. Everyone's asking where you went. I'm embarrassed. Please come get me." Then came, "The Uber canceled. Another one canceled. I was being stupid. Please answer. My phone's dying. Some guy offered me a ride, but I don't know him. I'm scared." I stared at that message for a full minute. Part of me felt bad, but most of me remembered her laughing at me in front of everyone. I texted one line back. "You wanted to be single tonight. Figure it out." Then I turned off my phone and went to bed. Sunday morning, I woke up to find out Madison had figured it out. She got a ride from one of Austin's neighbors, a girl she barely knew, who felt sorry for her. It cost her $60 in gas money. But that wasn't the end. Around noon, I heard pounding on my door. "Connor, open up! We need to talk!" I opened it. She looked rough. Same dress, makeup smudged, hair messy. "Can I come in?" Not really in the mood for visitors. Her face turned red. "Are you serious right now? You abandoned me at a party. I left a party. You stayed." "I didn't have a ride. You said you wished you'd come single. Sounded like you didn't want me there." "I was joking. Why are you acting like this?" Like someone who doesn't like being disrespected in front of your friends? She laughed. You're so dramatic. It was one comment. One comment everyone heard. One comment your friends thought was hilarious. They laughed because it was funny. Then date someone who finds it funny. Problem solved. She stared at me. Are you saying we're done? I'm saying I'm done, Madison. Done being your driver. Done being your boring boyfriend. Done. You're breaking up with me over a joke? I'm breaking up with you because you don't respect me. The joke just proved it. Tears started. Connor, please, I love you. I was drunk. I didn't mean it. You're right. It won't happen again. Because we're done. But where am I supposed to go? What do you mean? I've been staying here 4 nights a week. Your stuff. You mean a few clothes and a toothbrush? Take them. You know I gave up my apartment because we were basically living together. No, you gave it up because your lease ended and you didn't want to renew it. I never asked you to move in. Are you kidding me right now? Madison, you need to leave. Where am I supposed to stay? Not my problem. Maybe Isabel's place, or Austin's, or whoever thought your joke was funny. She started crying harder. I can't believe you're doing this to me. You made your choice. I'm making mine. You're an Maybe, but I'm one who's done wasting time on someone who doesn't respect him. She grabbed her stuff, a few outfits and toiletries, and stormed out, slamming the door. After she left, I didn't feel sad. More like relieved. Monday morning, I got a text from Isabel. You made Madison cry all night. You're a jerk. Blocked. Then a call from Austin. Dude, she's devastated. Did you hear what she said? Yeah, it was funny. You're uptight. Cool, thanks. Click. Then came the Instagram post. A long story about toxic relationships and emotionally abusive men who abandon women over one mistake. Tagged with 50 mental health hashtags. Didn't respond. Didn't care. Then the DMs started. Some supportive, some nasty. The best one came from her sister, Peyton. You left my sister stranded at a party. I left at 10 p.m. She stayed at a party full of people she knew. She had to get a ride from a stranger? She got a ride from someone at the party. Actions have consequences. For what? Making a joke? For publicly humiliating me and acting like it was fine. She gave up her apartment for you. She gave it up because she didn't want to pay rent. I never asked her to move in. Peyton sighed. She's staying with me now. She's a mess. You should apologize. I'm good, thanks. You're heartless. No, just someone who stop. Use me for convenience. She hung up. Wednesday, Madison texted from a new number. We need to talk about my stuff. You took it Sunday. No, my real stuff. Clothes, straightener, laptop charger, and the groceries I bought. I checked. She left 2 shirts, a straightener, and a charger. The groceries were almond milk and yogurt cups, maybe $8 total. You can pick it up Saturday between 2 to 4 p.m. Let me know when. Can't you drop it off at Peyton's? Nope. I'm not your delivery service. I'm not coming alone. Bring whoever you want. Saturday, she arrived with Peyton and another friend. I had everything boxed by the door. Handed it to Peyton. Everything's there. Madison tried to look past me. Can I just... No. Everything you left is in that box. What about the $200 I gave you for utilities? You never gave me $200. Yes, I did, in cash. You've never paid utilities. Or rent. Ever. Peyton jumped in. She said, so Moss, your bank. Find the withdrawal. I'll wait. Madison's face flushed. You're being so petty. I'm being factual. You lived here for free while calling me boring. Because you're supposed to take care of me. You're my boyfriend. And there it was, the entitlement, right out in the open. We're done here. I closed the door. They talked outside for a few minutes, angry whispers, then left. The week after the pickup, Madison went scorched earth. First, Madison and her friends started leaving reviews on my company's public pages. Nothing mentioned me directly, but all said things like, "This company hires people with no integrity. I'd never work with a business that employs someone who abandons women at parties." My boss actually called me into his office. I calmly explained the situation. He laughed and said, "So, your ex is upset you broke up with her, and now she's posting fake reviews." "Pretty much," I said. He shrugged. "Corporate will, ha!" All the fake reviews were removed within 48 hours for violating terms of service. But Madison wasn't finished. She started messaging my friends, the ones she met through me over the last 18 months. Trevor, one of my close friends, sent me screenshots. "Hey, I know we don't talk much, but I wanted you to know what Connor did to me. He left me alone at a party and now won't even talk to me. I've been basically homeless, sleeping on my sister's couch. And he doesn't even care." Trevor replied, "Madison, I was there that night. I heard what you said. Connor wasn't wrong." She tried sending similar messages to 3 other friends. Every single one of them told her the same thing, that she was out of line. She blocked all of them. Then came the Venmo requests. $450 for rent, utilities, and food last month. Denied. My note: never agreed to financial support. $280. $125. Emotional damages. I took screenshots of all 3 and posted them to my close friend's story with the caption, "The audacity." The responses were supportive, even from her old college friend Nathan, who messaged me, "Bro, Madison told everyone at Austin's party that you're financially abusing her by keeping her money. Just wanted you to know she's lying." Apparently, I was financially abusing her by not giving her money she was never owed. The logic was impressive. Then came the certified letter. Tuesday, I received one by mail, from a lawyer, or so it seemed. My heart sank for a moment, but when I opened it, I realized it was a cease and desist letter, demanding that I stop harassing Madison, return her unspecified property, pay $800 in financial compensation, remove all social media posts referencing her. I read it 3 times, then noticed the law firm's name, Googled it. Turned out to be one of those pay $100 and we'll send a, not a real legal threat. Still, I called my old college roommate Dennis, who's now a family lawyer. "Connor," he said, "that's an online legal service, worth less than the paper it's printed on. So, I don't have to respond? Only if you want to waste money. You didn't harass her. You don't have her property. You don't owe her a cent. And your posts are protected speech since they're true. So, what should I do? Nothing. If she actually hires a real attorney and files something, call me. But that letter? Trash it." So I did. Thursday night, Madison's sister Peyton called again. I almost didn't answer. "You need to stop being so stubborn and just pay Madison what you owe her." "I don't owe her anything." "She's broke, Connor. She can't afford her own place because you kicked her out. She didn't have a place before. That's not on me. You made her think you were serious. She gave up her apartment for you. She gave up her apartment because she didn't want to pay rent. I never asked her to move in. You let her stay with you, as my girlfriend, which she clearly hated, judging by what she said at that party. She was drunk and joking, and I decided I don't want to be with someone who gets drunk and disrespects me publicly. That's my right. You're ruining her life. I'm living mine. She can figure out hers. You know she had to borrow money from our parents to afford rent this month. That's between her and your parents. You're such an... I hung up, blocked the number. Friday afternoon, I got a text from Austin. Dude, Madison showed up at my place last night crying. She said she has nowhere to go. I'm letting her crash on my couch, but you need to fix this. Nothing to fix, I replied. We broke up. She needs to handle her own life. You're really going to let her be homeless? She's not homeless. She's on your couch. Still not my problem. Wow, real classy, Connor. About as classy as her telling everyone at your party she wished she came single. No response after that. Saturday evening, I went to dinner with Trevor and 2 other friends. We were talking about work when Trevor's phone buzzed. He looked at it, laughed, and said, "You're not going to believe this." He turned the screen toward me, an Instagram story from Isabel. It was a video of Madison, clearly drunk, crying into the camera. She said she gave up everything for a man who threw her away over nothing, that she was learning to love herself again, and that toxic men always reveal their true colors. The video had hundreds of views. Comments were mixed, some supportive, some skeptical, others calling her out directly. One comment, "Weren't you the one who said you wished you came single at the party? That's what started this, right?" Isabel replied, "That's taken out of context." Then someone named Anthony replied, "I was there. She said it loud enough for everyone to hear, including Connor." Not out of context at all. Trevor scrolled further. More people from that party were chiming in. The story was unraveling fast. She really thought no one would call her out? Trevor said. I nodded. Entitled people always think they're the victim. The next day, Nathan messaged me. Apparently, Madison had gotten into an argument with Austin. He ended up kicking her out. Nathan texted me to say she'd probably come after me again, and honestly, I wasn't surprised. Sure enough, Sunday night, my doorbell rang. I checked the camera. It was Madison, her sister Peyton, and what looked like their mom. I didn't open the door, just spoke through the camera. "What do you want?" I asked. "Madison, young man, we need to talk about this situation." "No, we don't," I replied. "My daughter is in crisis because of you," she insisted. "Your daughter is in crisis because of her own choices. That's not my problem." "You will not talk about my daughter like that." "Then leave my property." Madison started crying. "Connor, please, I'm sorry, I really am. Can we just talk?" "There's nothing to talk about," I said. "I know I messed up. I said something stupid. But you're really going to throw away 18 months over one comment?" "I'm not throwing anything away," I told her. "You did that at the party. I'm just done picking up the pieces." "I have nowhere to go," she pleaded. "That's not my responsibility." "You owe me," she snapped. "No, I don't. I gave up my apartment for you." "No, you didn't. Stop lying. I stayed with you. I was your girlfriend. You're supposed to help me." "I don't owe you anything, Madison. We're done. Move on," she shouted. "You use women and throw them away." "I didn't use you," I said. "You used me. Free place to live, free rides, free everything, and complained the whole time. I'm done being used." Her mom jumped in again, furious, but I ended the camera feed and muted the mic. They yelled at my door for about 10 minutes before finally leaving. It's been about 5 weeks since the party, and things have finally settled down. Madison hasn't tried contacting me since that night. Nathan told me she moved back to her hometown, staying with her parents. Apparently, they're making her pay rent and contribute to groceries, and she's not happy about it. Peyton sent one last text from yet another number. "I hope you're happy. Madison had to quit her job and move home because of you." I blocked it without replying. But according to Nathan, that wasn't true. Madison was fired from her marketing job after too many unexcused absences. She'd call in sick when she was just hungover or didn't feel like going. After 2 warnings, they let her go. Now, she's claiming she had to move because I made her life impossible. But the truth is, she lost her income and burned every bridge with people who helped her. Austin, who had let her crash on his couch, kicked her out after she started expecting him to feed her and drive her around. When he asked her to chip in for groceries, she called him cheap. He kicked her out the next day. Then there was Isabel. She distanced herself after Madison borrowed $300 for rent, but spent it on brunch and nail appointments. When Isabel asked for her money back, Madison said she'd pay eventually. Isabel blocked her too. Their whole friend group fell apart over it. Half supported Madison at first, but changed their minds after seeing how entitled she really was. The others had seen it from the start. Last weekend, Trevor invited me to a barbecue. Nathan was there and pulled me aside. "Dude, I owe you an apology." "For what?" I asked. "For not saying something that night at the party. I heard what she said, saw your face. I should have backed you up." "Not your fight," I shrugged. "Still," he said, "we all knew she treated you like her personal chauffeur and ATM. We stayed quiet because we thought it wasn't our place. But seeing how she's acted since, you dodged a bullet." "Appreciate that," I said. "For what it's worth," Nathan added, "everyone knows the truth now. She tried painting you as the bad guy, but too many people were there. They know what really happened. It was validating, honestly. Not that I needed it, but it was good to know I wasn't crazy. As for me, I'm doing better. Actually, great. My apartment feels like mine again. I'm not spending half my paycheck on someone else's lifestyle. I'm not driving across town for someone who complains I'm not walking on eggshells trying not to be too boring. I've been reconnecting with friends, picked up running again, and finally have time and money for hobbies. I even went on a date last week. Just coffee with someone I met online. We talked about books and travel. She paid for her own drink and didn't complain once. It's crazy how refreshing that felt. Just simple, mutual respect. My therapist said I'd been in a pattern of accepting less than I deserved. That Madison's behavior was emotionally exhausting, and I got used to it over time. The party wasn't the problem. It was just the final straw after 18 months of being taken for granted. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. Never offering to pay, criticizing my place while refusing to help with rent, expecting me to drive her everywhere, demanding spontaneity but wanting me to fund it. I ignored it all, thinking that's what compromise meant. But there's a difference between compromise and being a doormat. Took me too long to realize that. The funniest part? She really thought I'd come crawling back, that losing her would scare me into apologizing and begging for another chance. Instead, I'm here, single, peaceful, and genuinely happy. She's back home, unemployed, burning through friendships, and learning that actions have consequences. Some might say I was harsh for leaving her at that party, that it was petty. Maybe it was. But it was also the moment I realized I'd rather be alone than stay with someone who disrespects me. And honestly, being alone feels amazing. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number. It was Nathan again. "Madison asked me for your new address. I told her I didn't have it. Just wanted to give you a heads up." "Thanks, man. Appreciate it," I replied. "No problem. Also, if you ever want to grab a beer, let me know." "Will do." I've already blocked Madison's old numbers and made my social media private. I'm not taking chances. At the end of the day, I'm not the one who caused the chaos. I didn't humiliate anyone. I didn't expect someone else to pay for my life. I didn't destroy friendships to dodge accountability. I just stopped accepting disrespect. And if that makes me the villain in her story, so be it. Because in mine, I'm finally the main character.